Good evening, Ampheads. This is Richard Ramos reporting to you live for Frantic TV. I have here Sergeant of Arms for ECS. We're here to review his Sondors Metacycle, right?
Metacycle, baby, you already know.
Can you please explain to us what year is it? How fast is it? What's the range?
Sure. Well, this particular model is a 2021 model. I was one of the early adopters of this particular bike. Back in like 2021, I had a little extra cash to spend, and I was like, hey, this thing looks cool, let me just drop it. And so I did so and forgot about it. 2.5 years later, I get a call and, hey, your bike is on its way. So it's a 72 volt system, 4,000 watt hour battery. It's a very comfortable ride, heavy ride to say, putting it mildly, actually. But it's a removable battery. It's not the traditional removable that was originally introduced to most people that bought this bike, which was a big bummer for a lot of people. For myself, it didn't matter, to be honest. But very easy to remove, a couple screws and you're done, and call it a day. So the speed on this particular one right now, as it sits, after I tweaked it, you're getting up in the 82, believe it or not. People say, oh, no, impossible. You could get it up to like 82 miles an hour. I'm a heavy dude, so, it can probably do a lot more with someone much lighter. But it's not torquey at all. It's more of a linear curve to the throttle. So when you hit it, don't expect to do wheelies. This is not what this machine is intended for. This is to...
It picks up speed gradually.
It gradually picks up speed, or if you do what's called sandbagging, where you take off and let off and hit again, it'll take off. But honestly, this is not designed for racing or anything like that. This is more of a cruiser type of situation. Get out and about, enjoy the scenery and what have you. And but a beautiful... piece of art, that's what I call it.
I notice you have a custom seat.
Yeah, well, that's one of the flaws, and I've complained about this many times on the Facebook chat for the Sondors group, and that's the seat that this was introduced with is absolutely the worst. So if you get one of these, all I can say is first thing on your list should be change the damn seat, because you're going to regret it if you don't.
And who made your seat?
So Tapia's. Shout out to Tapia's. Those are my people right there. You hook your brother up.
He's a sponsor of the show.
Oh, look at here. Stop playing. But this right here, Tapia is the truth. I don't want to hear about Corbin, all these. This right here is the truth. They hooked me up. There was a little bit of a situation that took place when I ordered the seat. I received someone else's seat or whatever, but they were right on the ball. I called them up. The young lady I dealt with was absolutely marvelous. And we got the situation straightened out, and here you go. Exactly what I asked for, I got.
And you have an external speaker? You did that yourself?
Yeah, so what we have there is an ultimate ear. They call it ultimate boom or something like that, whatever. They got these crazy names for it. So the good thing about the void inside of this particular bike is that you get to do stuff like this. Strap it in with some Velcro and you're good. And let me tell you, people hear me coming. So since this bike is so quiet, having that speaker there is actually a plus, and I go full crank. So we are good with this right here. It also has a car horn, because the horn that comes with it is not what I would say the best.
So you put that yourself?
Yeah, those are the little upgrades I've done, aside from what you see with the mirrors and things like that.
The mirrors you did yourself as well?
Yeah, so these aren't the mirrors that traditionally come with this bike. The mirrors that normally come with this bike are very exagrated, in my opinion, and looks like a gazelle or some kind of, African animal. I don't know, but that's the truth. So, little touches, nothing too major, just something light to make it look like it's my own. So
if someone wants to get this bike, what's the right price range, more or less?
So at the time that I picked up this bike and I got into the whole Kickstarter campaign, it was $5,000 plus $700 to ship. Nowadays, they're going up in the range of $6,500. I believe it includes shipping. Don't hold me to that. But yeah, that's the price going for them now. And quite honestly, they're still on back order. So, Sondors is still trying to catch up. So for those of you out there interested, if you're looking to get it, you need to be patient. If not, you're going to have to wait for someone selling it used.
In your opinion, is worth the wait?
For me, absolutely. Absolutely worth the wait. I cannot complain about this bike. Have not had a single complaint other than waiting, as much as I did and being pleasantly surprised when the gentleman showed up in a trailer bringing this beauty out. My Snow White.
How about the cutoff that they have if you go to the highway?
So with this particular bike, it was set up with what's called sports mode. The sports mode has about a 5 to 10 second kind of engagement in where you get that boost, and then it automatically clicks off. There are ways around that, obviously. Me personally, I had to do it. I went around it, but then gradually increased the amperage to what I thought was good for me and for my needs. So this is currently on, the sports mode on this one is completely disabled in terms of the time limit.
So you don't have a time limit now when you use it?
No, if I press sports mode, I can keep it on sports mode all I want. Yeah, it will drain the battery. So I'm telling you folks out there, if you do that, expect to drain the battery. Not only that, but you're putting your actual bike in jeopardy of being damaged. So I don't recommend that you do that. For me, I just know how to mess with this stuff, and I'm always a tinkerer. So if something happens, I'll manage to kind of repair it. But other than that, I would say if you get your bike, in my opinion, leave it as is. Leave it alone. It's fine the way it is. If you're into something like speed and want something off the line, kind of, ripper, this is not your bike.
Right.
This is not it.
More like a cruiser.
More like a cruiser. Chill out, and enjoy the view when you're on something like this. Just cruise around.
Well, there you have it, folks. Straight from Sergeant Arms Joey from East Coast Scooters. This is Richie Rollins reporting to you live in Randall's Island, S3 Barbecue. With that being said, keep it between the ditches, wear your helmet, and leave no one behind.
That's simple.
This is back to you, Felix, at the studios. One.
I'll be back.